Now let's look at the channel part of the business model canvas. So these are the channels that we have to the customer. There are three types of them. There's communication channels, there's sales channels, and distribution channels. And they all play a very important role in the overall customer experience. Let's look at them in turn. Communication channels are exactly that. How are you going to communicate with your market? We would often just refer to this as marketing or marketing communications. Marketing as a whole is a very much bigger concept. But marketing communications, how are you going to let them know that you exist? How are you going to let them know how fabulous you are and that they should buy you? How are you going to make them understand why they should be buying your products and services? You need to think about this very carefully, because if this doesn't function, you don't get the customer. And as remember in the first part, you need the customers for your business to work. But there's also communication during and after the sale with regards to customer support. So you need to be very careful to put in place channels where you can give that support to your customers. Second, we have sales channels. So where are you going to sell the product or services? You could do this online, you can do this offline. You can do this online through your own website, or you can do this online through other websites like Amazon or eBay. You can do this offline, like bricks and mortar stores or facilities, and you can have your own store or your own whatever it is that you actually offer. Or you could sell through others, you could sell through retailers. So you need to consider whether you want intermediaries or not, whether you have the resources to actually deliver the product straight to the customer. Then you have distribution channels. Now, you may sell the product online, but if it's a physical product, you actually need to get it to the customer in some way. So the sale and the distribution are not necessarily the same. Are you going to distribute it online? Is it a digital product that you can just, send straight through the internet? Do people come and pick things up from you? Do they get it sent? How are you going to get the product or service to the customer? An important thing to think about in these respects is whether you want direct contact with your customers or whether there's an intermediary. If you are selling directly to the customer and distributing to them directly, now that means that the profit margin is yours. There's no one else taking their cut, which is great, but it also means that you are totally on your own sum and it's going to be harder to reach a wide market. Having intermediaries, they take their cut. There's less money in it for you, but at the same time, using good intermediaries means that you can reach a much larger portion of the market. So there's a lot of things to think about there. Think about this. How are you going to communicate with your customers? How are you going to get your marketing message out there? How are you going to do your customer service? How are you going to sell? And how are you going to distribute your product or services? Good luck.